for whatever reason here. I've never walked away from a Yakuza game thinking, well, I just wasted hours. Can't say the same for Assassin's Creed Valhalla. That was a snooze fest. Yeah, and it's what I've got queued up to start playing January 1st. Because always the tradition to start the next Assassin's Creed game on January 1st, and I'm almost fully caught up on the series. Just Valhalla, Mirage. I guess Shadows will be out by the time that I'm caught up on that. And Odyssey took me like this entire year. And Valhalla is apparently a comparable length, so can't wait for Valhalla to just take me all of 2025. Be whatever it turns out to be. But yeah, like I only played 5 for Royal the other month. Nice. That's a really good price for that. For one really nice video game there. Let's trek on over this way. I'll get these chests along the way. Let's see if I can snag that Twilight fragment. Oh! Dang it. Dang it. Yeah, I know. Well, ghastly whale. Well, there goes a homunculus. That sucks. At least no more feel. Feel? I have it in my mind that I want to say certain words, like fear there. And then I just don't, for some reason. Liberating idol. Let's see here. Don't know why my brain malfunctions like that. Let's see here. What the heck are you weak to? You are weak to electricity. Alright, well, I guess I could probably do that some way, somehow. How about you go ahead and do this? I'm not going to be playing games when I could play 3 really fun games in the same time frame. Or saying, like, 1 game. Yeah, Assassin's Creed games. I hear that Mirage is a lot shorter, is the case. Because it goes back to, like, the more traditional Assassin's Creed style. But, like, I never really saw all that much buzz about the game. Like with Odyssey and Valhalla, I saw a lot of buzz about those games when they came out. But Mirage just kind of felt like some side project that came out and no one ever talked about from what I saw online. And when you look at like things like the Steam page or like just general website page for it, I think that they had like a bunch of reviews on the front that they were basically putting on their like badges of honor, and I think one of the ones that I distinctly remember seeing was like IGN 8 out of 10, and it's like, oh, if you're parading like IGN 8 out of 10 as your badge of honor, that basically just means that your game is average. Is what that kind of means. Is what I feel like here. But yeah, do you still need UBI's client to play the Assassin's Creed games on PC? I hated that. Like, Ubisoft Connect? Because yes, that is indeed the case. And when I was playing Odyssey throughout this past year, and I would go to boot it from Steam where I have it, I would click play, and then it would come up multiple times with like the Windows notification of, would you like to allow Ubisoft Connect to make changes to your device? I click yes. And then it would pull it up again. Would you like to allow Ubisoft Connect to make changes to your device? I click yes. And it would do that anywhere from 1 to 6 times. I think 6 was the record. I had to give it permission to make changes to the device 6 times before it let me play the game. And like booted it there. So I'm pretty sure that was the record. Now let's just defend and then use one final electricity, and then maybe I can finish it with an all-out attack and at least get a forced shuffle time. Maybe what I can get. When I heard Mirage isn't bad, nobody can complain, it's just okay. Yeah, and that's what the reviews, like an IGN out of 10 seem to imply, where it's just like, yeah, it's okay. We shall see here. I'll pass, I don't want to deal with that, can't blame you. Don't blame me on that. And yeah, modern Assassin's Creed is certainly in a little bit of a state. Oh. Oh. Well, I know what those guys are weak to, so, but yeah, games peaked with Brotherhood. I feel like it peaked with Assassin's Creed 4, but Brotherhood might be my second favorite, honestly. Like, remember when Ubisoft used to make really, really good Assassin's Creed games? I mean, there's still things to like about some of the modern games, like when I just recently played Odyssey. There were some elements that I did really like about that game. But the problem was, so much of the rest of the game was just like padding and so much nothing. It's kind of like, I feel like about Persona 3 here. Like there are aspects about Persona 3 that I did genuinely really like and really appreciate about the game. But I just couldn't like it a massive ton overall, because I felt like the overall game was just a lot of a nothing burger. Compare that to like Persona 5, where it's like there's all these subplots going on along the way to help keep you engaged. This game didn't really have that, and so I didn't really feel as engaged with this game. Killer Drive, huh? The heck are you weak to? Oh, you're weak to strike and electricity. Okay. Interesting. But yeah, I feel like, the first game was very much an experimental new thing when they were doing Assassin's Creed. Assassin's Creed 2 has got to be, like, one of the greatest video game sequels of all time in terms of, like, taking established things and taking them to a whole new level and, like, refining the gameplay and making it so much better. Brotherhood, I feel like, was ahead of its time. Like, oh, come on! Like, it felt like it felt kind of like an Assassin's Creed 4 era Assassin's Creed game. And I actually really, really like Brotherhood. Revelations, it felt like, was just like, hey, let's kind of wrap up this stuff with Ezio, but it didn't really do anything much new, apart from, like, I guess here's Hookblade for something new, and, the whole stupid tower defense game that barely anyone remembers, like, what the heck was up with that? But it was still, like, a good game and still worth playing. Assassin's Creed 3 had so much potential, like, I feel like they really did Connor's character dirty, but it's not inherently bad. And it still has, like, a lot of interesting things going for it. You can tell that they wanted to also end the main story there, but they were like, oh, this is too much of a cash cow. We can't end it here. We have to have it be, like, an open ending and keep on going. And then I feel like Black Flag was, in my opinion, probably the best game in this series. Like, oh my goodness, Black Flag was amazing. I love that game. It's one of my favorite open world games of all time. And then there was Rogue, for it's just like, hey, here's more of the same that's kind of fun. And, like, one of the worst business ideas ever of releasing 2 games on the same day with Rogue and Unity. So no one really paid that much attention to Rogue, but it's just more of the same with Black Flag, so it's a pretty good game. Unity I hated when it first came out because it was completely broken. Playing it all these years later, I actually enjoyed it a lot more, and there were things that I appreciate about the story. But there were also, like, a lot of gameplay things that I would change. Syndicate, I get so dang bored of. Like, the quips and the relationship between, like, the 2 twin characters is kind of fun. I like that. I only just played it again a few years ago as part of, like, the series on this channel, but if you asked me what the villain's motivation was, I couldn't even tell you anymore. Like, it was just so forgettable. I couldn't even tell you the names of, like, any of the villains outside of, like, the main villain. I remember Crawford Starrick, or Robert Starrick. Maybe I don't even remember his name then. And it's just, like, a world with missions that are loosely tied together and not really that much of an overall narrative, and I just, like, the gameplay and stuff like that was smooth, and I kind of like the ziplining and stuff, but I just didn't feel all that engaged with Syndicate. I like the funny moments with Jacob and stuff like that. He was a pretty fun character. And a lot of people tell me that they really like Syndicate, but I just really couldn't get into it. That was the game that made me drop the series, like, before I was a content creator. I played through, like, half of Syndicate, and I got bored, and I never continued. So I never played Origins when it came out. I only played Origins as part of this channel, then I was like, wow, something different, an RPG. This is really fun. And I started getting into it because it was something new, and, like, it took a decent bit of length, and eventually I got through it, and I was like, you know, that took a little bit long, but I still generally had fun because it was something new. And then I played Odyssey, and it had a lot of things I really liked, like the things I liked about Origins, and things like ship exploration and combat that I loved about Black Flag that's now expanded upon. I feel like if I had played Odyssey right after I played Black Flag when that came out, I probably would have loved Odyssey. I'm at the point where it's like, I kind of liked Odyssey, but it very much overstayed its welcome. I would have liked it a lot more if it didn't overstay its welcome. And after starting to play Final Fantasy 16, when I don't play all that many combo-heavy games, playing a combo-heavy game like that, it made me really appreciate the depth that can come with a game that anyone can get into. Anyone can just press, like, attack buttons and dodge and be able to get through, but it has, like, a high skill ceiling if you want to learn how to combo. There wasn't really anything like that in Odyssey. It's just, like, alternate between heavy and light attacks, and that's it, really. And there's fun abilities to play around with. I like the abilities, but there's not really any depth to really explore in the combat. And I've heard that Valhalla is apparently, from what people have been telling me, apparently a decent bit of a nothing burger, so we'll see what happens when I get to it and what I think of it. So yeah, strike and electricity to remind myself there. So go ahead and do this, I guess. But yeah, it's been an interesting journey going through all the Assassin's Creed games in order. Started that journey in 2019, 2020, whatever it was. And now I'm all the way where it's like I'm gonna start Valhalla soon, so like I'm pretty far into this series. Almost caught up. Unless Valhalla takes me a full year like Odyssey did, but we'll see here. But yeah, it's looking like Ubisoft won't even make it to the end of 2025 the way it's going. Yeah, that's kind of what it's sounding like. Curious to see what would happen to Assassin's Creed at that point. Yeah, like, would another company buy them out and, like, take over Assassin's Creed? Assassin's Creed is still a really big IP. Like, I doubt that Ubisoft / any other companies involved would want to see that just going down the drain or anything like that. Because it is still, like, a massive revenue generator, I'm sure. I know that Shadows has gotten, like, a whole bunch of controversy here. Like, Assassin's Creed got the Star Wars treatment, just putting out a whole bunch of, like, mid / less than mid titles and not really doing anything new. And just being, like, fillery kind of stuff. Probably sell off Assassin's Creed when they liquidate their assets, maybe. If it comes down to this. New Persona here. Oh yeah, and I can choose 2. I forgot. I don't know, give me some money, I don't care. We shall see. Because yeah, Assassin's Creed has felt, like, very... Like, it's not really setting out to do something, like, really cool and breathtaking anymore, like we saw with things like 2, Brotherhood, or Black Flag, I feel like. Like, they're still putting out games where it's like, hey, these are kind of fun RPGs, and there's a bunch of stuff that you can do out in the world, but don't feel like it's the kind of thing that's gonna, like, blow your socks off. At least I haven't had my socks blown off in a while going through it.
Alright, let's keep that up.
Do I need a heal? Not really. Pretty good. Yeah, whatever. Was there a, No, I was just rambling so long in that battle that I didn't remember exactly. I thought there might have been, like, a Twilight fragment that I mean to get or something like that. I just Square Enix Assassin's Creed? That'd be interesting. What exactly would that look like? But if I had the choice between a Square Enix Assassin's Creed or a Ubisoft Assassin's Creed, definitely Square Enix Assassin's Creed. I would be very curious to know what that would look like. Ice. Or maybe I just get the crit here from the distress. Nice. Okay, I'm not making the same mistake as before. I'm hitting you this time. I've learned my lesson. So I'm not immediately charging. Alright, I don't know. Sure, do that. Even with the agility down. Charge. I haven't watched any of the gameplay clips of Assassin's Creed Shadows yet. Or maybe I saw them briefly in the Discord server a while back and wouldn't even remember. I haven't seen it in a way where I would remember it. But I've heard a lot of people say that it seems like it's not anything, like, super unique and special. Like, it might just be a kind of samey thing as well. I hope to be proven wrong. It'll be a while before I play Shadows. I still have a couple of games to play before that point with Valhalla and Mirage. But hey, at least the games coming out aren't as bad as some of the spin-offs I played. By going through all the Assassin's Creed games in order, like, I truly went through all of them on the way, including all the spin-offs. And I have to say, Assassin's Creed Altair's Chronicles for the Nintendo DS is probably one of the worst games I've played in my life. It's genuinely awful. I guess I'll burn that one barrier there. It was most likely that Assassin's Creed would go to Tencent next, which you have conflicting feelings about. Yeah! Oh, come on! Like, Tencent is not really something that I'm super comfortable with having. Like, as much of a stake as they do. They actually own, like, so much of the gaming industry, though. And I kind of wish they didn't. Here, just do this, and then, like, King and I, how about? Sure. And I also get a 1 more out of this, and then I can shift to what's-her-face. That's gonna get a bunch of her theurgy charged up. And she also has charge, and she can just, like, get, like, a big strike here, and hopefully land it. Please land it. Please land Deathbound. I'm gonna lose my mind if you miss this. I lowered its agility, and I still can't hit this guy. Well, so much for my charge hit. What the heck? Well, that's lucky. Guess I'm doing this, and then I got the guaranteed hit. Yeah, that's a little bit ridiculous there. But yeah, it'll be very interesting to see what the series holds there. I think the thing that I'm most disappointed about when it comes to Assassin's Creed is just the way that they handle the modern day story. Shuffle time. A new one there. Ooh, but that's a boost. Oh yeah, I get 2. I keep on forgetting. My Major Arcana card. Sweet. Like, I never thought that the main story, the modern day story, was like a masterpiece or anything like that by any means, but it was still something that was like engaging me and making me want to know like how this is going to play out, like especially with how things ended at the end of Revelations, where it's like, whoa, big stuff is happening and stuff is gonna like end here very soon, because Assassin's Creed 3 was, from what I've heard, initially meant to be like the ending of that story, but because how profitable it was, they were like, we gotta keep this going. And then thus came the whole Desmond sacrifices himself, and now Juno is getting ready to destroy the world or whatever the heck, to leave the player on the edge of their seat being like, whoa, what's gonna happen here? I have to play the next game to find out. And then Assassin's Creed 4, you find out that like Juno's in the Abstergo servers, and she's like, I'm getting ready to do my evil thing. I'm not ready yet, but I'm getting ready to do my evil thing. And then Assassin's Creed Unity, Juno is like, I'm getting ready to do my evil thing. Or I think that's the one where she's like, I'm gonna do it soon. It's coming up here. Our plan is coming together. And then in Syndicate, she's like, hey, message across the world. I'm gonna do my evil thing soon. And it's like, oh my god, like, what the heck? And then after Syndicate, going to Origins, if you're just playing the games, that plotline is gone. Just poof, Thanos snapped away. Because it was resolved in, was it 1 or 2 graphic novels that they made as just like, ooh, we don't actually know what we want to do with this anymore, so let's just write some graphic novels that are going to resolve this plot instead. So in Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, there was like the hints about what could be going on with the bigger picture, with Subject 16 saying to Desmond like, the son, your son, and you don't know what it's referring to, like a son of Desmond or like the actual son, because it uses both spellings, so it leaves it as a bit of a mystery. And then of course Revelations revealed, yeah, the son, like a solar flare. But then they were like, huh, he did mention a son, so like, even though like it was confirmed later to be like the son, we could still have it be the excuse that like it was a son of Desmond's. So like the graphic novels apparently follow like some sons of Desmond that was never hinted at, unless you make the argument that it was Subject 16 and Brotherhood there, that just comes out of nowhere and does this subplot with the graphic novels that results in Juno apparently getting assassinated like moments after getting a physical body. And it's like, oh my god. So they were building up this plot line for well over a decade, only just to go, yeah, no, never mind, we're actually not doing that anymore. And then I start following like a new modern day protagonist, which after playing Odyssey, I don't really know what direction they're taking it in. Maybe something interesting will happen in Valhalla, while Juno is just like part of the lore at this point and doesn't really matter to anything. And it's like, oh my god, that genuinely pisses me off so much. No more custom parts, but I don't really want to back out right now. So, yeah. While unlikely, wouldn't mind a Bandai Namco Assassin's Creed would be one of the better options. Yeah, I can agree with that.
Very well then.
Square Enix Assassin's Creed, Bandai Namco Assassin's Creed. Be interesting to see. Here, let's do this. I'll attempt this boss. It is 4:51 in the morning. It is getting extremely late. I should probably get some sleep soon. But I do want to attempt this boss once and, like, gauge my strength compared to it. If I do need to take, like, more time to level up. Or if I'm good to, like, keep on going, and I should do another stream here soon to keep on going. Yeah, go ahead and do this. Yep. Do that. Thank you. Pick up a strong reading directly below. Are you ready? Yep, I'm ready. Here I go. Incoming enemy shadow. Oh, it's just a single dude like that. Doesn't look too foreboding. Oh, but then he summons guys. Oh. Frivolous Maya. I played Valhalla. The story's pretty interesting, but feels less like an Assassin's Creed story and more like some Final Fantasy story. Oh, interesting. I know that a complaint a lot of people had with Odyssey is it really didn't feel like an Assassin's Creed game. It was just, here's an adventure game that happens to take place in the same universe. Frivolous Maya. So I guess it's a similar kind of thing there, but with more fantastical elements. Oh, it absorbs all the physical things. That kind of sucks. It nullifies light and dark. Oh, that's gonna suck. Don't even remember there being an Assassin's Creed in that Assassin's Creed game. Do you mean an assassin in that Assassin's Creed game? Am I looking at the right one here? Level 52, Empress P. Frivolous Maya? Maybe I'll analyze it here shortly. In Valhalla. Maybe there's some. I don't know. I guess I'll find out when I get to it. If I'm paying enough attention. Jotun of Blood. What? The Ocean of Blood is not coming up in the shadow list here. Like, it felt so disconnected. Yeah, that was kind of the case with Odyssey. Yeah, so I can't exactly do that right now, huh? Here, so do that. Maybe I should have given more SP to Fuka first, is maybe what I should have done. Yeah, sure, I can do this. Oh, I probably would need more SP here in general before doing this. So I probably need... What the heck was with that lag spike? Here, try this. Try this out. Charge on up. And then say... I don't know. Here, try this out of curiosity. Without spoilers, my take on Valhalla... Yeah, so he does absorb that. Is that the characters were really interesting, but the story was meh. So kind of like Fire Emblem Fates then. Oh. Well, I lowered your attack, so I guess it balances out. Light, huh? Yeah, so it was, as the interweb said. Okay. Well. I don't know. You do this a whole bunch and it'll charge up your theurgy and then you can do good damage that way, I guess. Is what you can do. Light, how about? You're the one that I have light on here. Here, do that. And then... This might actually work out perfectly, because I can shift to you. You'll probably get your theurgy from this. Yep, you sure do. And then, with the charge that you currently have, you can then do this. Severe strike to one, ignoring resistances. Like 5 AM. This is turning into a Walking Dead stream of this length it is. I just want to give 8 attempts to this boss, whether I win or lose, and then probably wrap it up. This is what I'm thinking at this point. Okay, just a smidge of damage there. So it worked out well. Both of these are Alpho things, so I probably don't really want to be using charge generally anyway. I don't want to be hitting you with physical attacks. Would be the case here. Yeah, I don't have a need to do that right now. There's no way it lets me do this, but I'm gonna try anyway for fun. Yeah, that's what I figured. Oh, ailments in this game, huh? Yeah, don't do that to all. Just like... I guess target this guy first and foremost. As long as you don't have a 24-hour pinball stream this time, it shouldn't be that bad. Yeah. It shouldn't be. No. Oh my god. Okay, so you just do like a bunch of buffs and debuffs? While the guy that you summon is the one that actually does things? Probably. I don't know, man. Oh yeah, it doesn't do anything to you anyway. Just do that. I was thinking about doing like the very tiny heal on Junpei just to get a little bit of theurgy. But well. Gonna head out and do some Christmas stuff. Have a good night. Well, have a good Christmas there, Himmel Finder. Yeah, do be Christmas morning. Better get to sleep if you want Santa to deliver presents. Yeah, if I keep on shifting to you, then it'll charge up your theurgy pretty fast. Is the case. I don't know. Yeah, you're the one that I basically have to do physical to, but I can't do physical to you unless I do, like, my basic attack. I don't feel like doing that. Here, a little bit of ice. This battle's gonna be a little annoying, isn't it? I guess charge could affect, like, my regular attack. Charge and then hit the other guy. I don't know. Or you could use items or something during your turn. I mean... At some point, I'm gonna want to get Aigis' SP up again. Yeah, that might just be important. It really wants me to do that. Here. Use your turn on that. I should have done this before battle, honestly. I didn't think about it. Enough there. SP is overrated. It sure is. Nice. Very nice. Yeah, you really like doing this, don't you? Alright, well. Yeah, our attack and defense both down.
I have to do this.
Well, I mean... Here, I'm not going to do all that much damage right now anyway, so just do this and charge up your theurgy then, I guess. Is what I suppose I'll do. Alright, Aigis is on buffing duty then. Is what's going on here. What's this one? Oh, okay. Yeah, go ahead and do this. How about? I don't want this to be taking forever, but yeah, this is gonna use a lot of my SP. Wait, why didn't I attack with the light first? I would have gotten a 1 more. I would have gotten damage for free. I am so dumb sometimes. I got distracted by the fact that I was debuffed and desperately wanted to not be debuffed anymore. Dang it. Sometimes it be that way. Here, sure, do that. Yeah, I think it's theurgies that are gonna be doing like the real damage to you. Maybe I can get buffed up as best I can before then. Uh-oh. Holy crap. Okay, well, that's not great. And it just redoes that again.
This is my resolve.
Well, no reason not to lead with this, at least. Unless there are specific buffs I want to put on, but like... Yeah, I can have you revive next. My attack is... Oh, equal now. Because, yeah, I started out with an buffed up attack. No, it's not going to let me switch now, but... Here, let's try this. See what I can do. Let's see how much this does out of curiosity. Smidge.
Your attack power has decreased.
Yeah, I know. I am very much aware here.
I'll get him this time.
Okay, and then, like... You're going next. Here, go after this guy. We'll finish him off here pretty soon. I feel like this guy might just summon another guy. Maybe there will be a little bit of cooldown, at least if I'm lucky. Nice. Speaking of being lucky. Like, I know I did equip that one accessory to help with.
Down. No, it can't be. Aigis, wake up. Aigis.
I basically had that battle. And then that. Well, true, it's 5 in the morning, but I'll retry once. And then maybe save and quit there. Is what I might just do. Or I could reload, get more SP on Aigis, and then have a little bit of a better start. Is what I could do. It is also 5 in the morning, and I am also so tired. I think the fact that I clearly can beat this boss is proof enough that I don't need to, like, take time to grind between sessions here. Like, I can keep going. So maybe I will do another stream of this before I head out of town until the New Year's there. So maybe I will do a little bit of this during the day if I get the chance. If I don't end up being busy, like, replacing parts on my car or something like that. Or whatever else I end up doing. So if I have the time, then maybe I'll do a little bit more. I can keep on going a little bit more without needing to grind, so mayhap that's what I will do anyway. I'm tired. I kind of want to get some sleep. It's 5 in the morning on December 25th right now. I'd like to get some sleep, I think. So, yeah. Maybe sometime during the day today, maybe I'll end up doing a little bit more of this, but I think that's about what I've got in me for now. I've been streaming for 4 hours, 53 minutes, and 41 seconds. After starting when it was already past midnight because, again, like, long day today, lots of doing stuff with family and all that. Hopefully I don't sleep in all day. I mean, I'll set my alarm. I know I won't be getting a full 8 hours sleep because I'm going to specifically set my alarm to not because I don't want to waste the entire day away. So, hopefully I'm not too tired tomorrow or today or whatever the heck. And, yeah, maybe I can get some more stream time in or something or other. Or maybe I'll end up doing other fun stuff here unexpectedly. We'll see. We'll see what ends up happening here. But yeah, I was stumped on the one boss for a while here this stream, managed to get past it, and then I actually made a decent bit of progress. So definitely made some good progress through episode Aigis this stream. And next time I'll make more progress, and it'll be great. I greatly appreciate everybody that stopped by and hung out here. Merry Christmas, happy holidays to all. It's gonna be so awkward for anyone watching this on YouTube after the fact when it comes out in like February because of how many videos are made ahead of time in this series. Oh my goodness. Anyway, I'm out of here. See ya.